I want to talk to you about independence news outlets or media, all right? And that they're not controlled by the mainstream, all right? That's what I really like watching. I don't watch like CNN or NBC or any of the Fox and none of that, because they're all controlled. They are all about, bombarding you with information is not really relevant to you or not, but it's just relevant to their agenda, to their whatever they want to push on you. So I was watching Democracy Now!, which is I'm subbing to on YouTube, and I just like a news outlet like that who speak freely about things that are not really in the mainstream, because the mainstream always talking about the same thing. If you flip in channels, you find that each channel is talking about the exact same thing. You understand? So it's like puppeteers and puppets and puppeteers, and I just don't like, giving them so much of my energy, you know what I mean? And sometimes I get notification, when they post, a video and stuff. And I just watch this Canadian author. His name is Cory, Doctorow. And basically he's very successful, Canadian author. And very, what do you call it? It's whatever he's saying, it resonated with me, because I feel like a lot of Canadians, they don't speak their mind. They always like to, I've been through the school system and I've been through social life and stuff like that. Canadians are like, they always try to be nice, but in reality, behind closed doors, they will talk behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, obviously, but this is their culture. This is a culture. They never really confront. They will never confront you. But when you don't get, for example, if you are working somewhere, you don't get a job, could be because of your skin color or could be because of this and that, but they never tell you in your face. It's not, they are quite opposite than Americans. Americans will tell you in your face why you didn't get the job. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you this story. This story pertains to my brother, who is a professor at one of the universities in Atlanta, Georgia. And when he was going to schools, he got accepted to Canadian university here. He got a full scholarship to go to school here. And that university is like around London, Ontario, somewhere around there. I can't remember the name of it, but he didn't stay long. I'll tell you a story. And when he went to campus the first time, and he says the school was predominantly white, and he was mistreated. Basically, he said every time he come to the lunchroom or cafeteria or whatever, and he wanted sit there and grab something to eat, people got up and moved away from him, and when he's in class and asking the professor questions, he's been ignored. That's happened in Canada. You know what I'm saying? They would treat you in such a way that will not face you, confront you, tell you why they're not talking to you. Obviously because of skin color, And Canada came a long way, And but that's what reality of things. And this brother of mine, he would not hurt a fly. He's the nicest person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because he's my brother, but it's true. It is true. And I did not face discrimination as much as he did. because of my personality. I think I just have an outgoing personality than he is. He's very into himself. This is how he is. Very smart. But anyhow, he ended up leaving that university. He just dropped out and transferred to university in the South in the U.S. That's what he went and finished his bachelor. He got 2 masters or whatnot, and he did his PhD in Australia. All of this university, he always got a scholarship. He did not pay for school. You know what I'm saying? Like me. So I find him, he's a book smart. He always been that way. But he has received a lot of hate from just different ethnic groups. He had this situation with his previous university where this guy from India was trying to put him down. And you know why? He was trying to put him down and make him, he's the department head. He's trying to make him feel like he's not that smart and whatnot. Because when he found out my brother graduated from, Griffith University in Australia, and that department head graduated from a shittier school than my brother, you know what I'm saying? So my brother, he went to a better school than he did. And he started to question his accreditation or he even contacted that university to see if he really has a doctorate degree. It was all bogus. And they tried to spin it to say that he didn't. Anyhow, the university got back and they said, yes, he did graduate from this university and he has a doctorate degree. You know what I'm saying? And that's, he always faced stuff like that, People just hating on him for no reason. So to get back to this Cory Doctorow, he speak differently than all Canadians. Very outspoken and stuff, and very articulated because he's an author and stuff like that. And I wish all Canadians be like him. You know what I'm saying? Be like that. Voice of wisdom. He's like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's the only Canadian I like who speak like that. If all Canadians spoke like him, I would think I would like a lot more than just one. You understand? So, to get back to what he was saying, he's speaking on point. He's basically saying what all Canadians are thinking, but they are too afraid to speak out. You understand? And such a shame. Such a shame. Canadians are influenced by Americans. Some Canadians think they're part of America. So why not be in 51 states? Because you all think, September 11 came on and they burned Indian temples, mosques and stuff like that. What does this have to do with Canada? September 11 happened, the World Trade Towers, which is, inside job, happened in America. Why are you bringing that garbage in here? You understand? And that's a reality. They think they're part of America. They're supporting the American, regime and oppressive regime it is, But look what they got you, what that got you. Look how Trump is treating you now. You understand? So you act like a performing monkey and jump when whatever they say, you know what I'm saying? Because you lack personality. That's why you've been treated in such a way. You know what I'm saying? If you stood up for yourself from the get-go, you will not be mistreated. That's what it is. But you always want to man up. You want to man up here when in reality you're being a coward to the Americans. Americans have nothing to do with the government is the problem, not that people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem with Canada. That's a problem with Canada. Got balls for Canadians, but got hiney for Americans. You know what I'm saying? Just man up. Be like this guy, Cory Doctorow. He's my grand favorite. And wish all Canadians speak like him. You know what I'm saying? This is a Canadian should be respected, and I'll, send an ovation for this person. You know what I'm saying? One doesn't make up for the rest. Just one. I could never think of anybody who's like him. You're going to say, all these people, Canadian or... No. Him. That's what I think. That's what I think this person should stand for America, for Canadians, what Canadians stand for. You understand? Pretending it's not happening and pretending like you want no problems and stuff and you want to keep the peace, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Look how America's treating you. 35%, of tariff, and, 25% and 10% on oil products. Why Canada doesn't have a refinery here? Why the oil is being shipped to America? Does that make sense to you? Anyhow, just keep, laying on your back and let America do whatever they need to do, And when we're going to man up, but you just want to experiment on people illegally, you understand? That's what you got to do, right? Don't be a coward, man. And that's what I'm saying. And this is all the Canadian I like, and that's all I'm going to say. Watch independent news, guys. Do not follow all these mainstreams. They're all garbage. You know what I'm saying? They're all controlled by the same people. Pushing the same narrative, same garbage. People are falling for it, They're controlling the masses for all their garbage, information they push out. Fake news, they started fake news, and they talk about it and stuff. But fake news has been since, at the day of inception. Fake news has been always, look at the history. The history is a lie. Everything is a lie. You know what I'm saying? They're, why do you think they're doing like predictive programming? They write a script and make sure everybody follows that script. That's why they said predictive programming, because they going off a script. You understand? They're not really godly. They're not predictive of the future like God. They predicted nothing. They just wrote something and made sure you follow it. That's it. They're not God. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? When you need to read through the BS, they keep feeding you and telling you it's coming from above. It's not coming from above. It's coming from an uncreative person. You know what I'm saying? It's just been done for a long time. Repetition, when you repeat something, people tend to believe it. You repeat it. You bombard them with this same information again and again. People tend to believe the BS. Anyhow, that's all I'm gonna say. Good for you, Cory Doctorow. He's the best, only Canadian that people need to stand up and give him an ovation. Right? That's all that matters. That's all I want to say.